Hey, Desiree here with Soulpath Astrology and this week's Oracle card readings. Welcome to video two. If this was your selection, this is what you've got. But as always, before I do reveal it, I invite you to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, like the video if you do find value in these, and comment. Love those comments from you. Okay. Also, before we get into this, let's talk briefly about the new moon in Aquarius we have right now. So the new moon, this particular one, marks the beginning of the new lunar calendar. So, new year, this is why the Chinese New Year have it today, is because it marks the first new moon of a year. This is like the real new year. This is such a potent time to plant the seeds of what you would like to see come to fruition this year. And I want to invite you, not so much, especially because it's Aquarius, not about what you want just for you, but the what do you want that's in service to the greater good? How do you want to show up in a way that feels meaningful for many, meaningful in the big picture kind of way, rather than simply for our own selfish gains? I mean, it's okay to feed our tanks. I mean, that's part of being here, but eventually, hopefully we get to a place where there's a natural longing to serve something greater. And that's really what Aquarius is inviting us into. Pluto having moved into Aquarius, we have 20 years now of this collective energy we get to play in. We're looking around. We've been kind of selfishly self-focused. We're looking around going, holy shit, there's a whole bunch of us in this sandbox. Maybe we can build like a sandcastle city together. So that's the energy that's imbued in this. And yeah, I hope that lands for you. I hope that you find some inspiration and some fun in that. Now, let's dive into your card. We have the Six of Pentacles. So this is, I always see this, I'm like, arms for the poor. But the energy of this card is very much about sharing. It's about a redistribution of wealth in a sense that it balances things. So fair doesn't necessarily mean equal, but it means what you need. You see, not everybody has a need for the same amount of stuff, though we obviously all have at some point a basic level of need. And I think that we're going to find as we move into this year, and if this was your card, maybe there'll be some ideas that start to percolate for you around ways that you can bring more equilibrium to the ecosystem that you live in. So this is a balance, right? A balance of energy, a balance of money, a balance of resources that maybe it's wisdom resources, maybe it's energy, maybe it's contributing, maybe it's ideas, who knows? I mean, but this is like, what do you have an abundance of? And where might you find some places to share that abundance? Where is there a place for you to create some equilibrium so you're not overrun with too much and where you're not starving with not enough over here, and really really becoming way more aware of this. The energy of this card, sometimes it bespeaks of you're going to be receiving some money or be receiving some kind of massive support. That's great. Could be you're the one offering it, right? So maybe it's both, right? Maybe you're receiving over here, but you're giving over there. And that's awesome. This is what Aquarius is about. And it's out of the box ideas, it's out of the box concepts and ways of creating maybe some systems like that. Like, I really am just personally feeling this delicious creativity just starting to, it's like you can feel the little seeds are starting to burst under the soil. Like, they're not going to see them push through just yet. We are still in the darker months of winter and that energy, right? But you can feel the stirring, right? And so with this card, I want to really deeply invite you into slowing down and taking stock, take inventory. What do you have an abundance of? What skill do you have or gifts do you possess that you could offer to somebody or somewhere where it's needed? Where can you help bring a beautiful sense of equilibrium, creativity, and inspiration into a situation that needs it? Yeah. I just trust that your inner guidance knows, like, this isn't coming from a martyr place or an over-serving or a giving to get kind of thing, though there is a degree of reward that comes from serving. I mean, it feels good to serve. So it could be argued that it's self-serving to serve, but that's actually a feature, not a flaw, because it needs to feel good, right? It's like, it's so yummy to give something to somebody and they need it and they want it and they appreciate it. And it feels equally good to receive something you've really needed. especially from somebody who's like just wants to give it to you for the sheer joy of giving it to you rather than having this transactional thing. Again, there's nothing wrong with transactions if this was your card and you're starting to kind of feel into maybe some of your relationships and wondering if they're transactional. That's okay. Just be clear about it, right? Like bring it to the forefront. Like it feels like things are out of balance. Can we talk about it? So, yeah, there's a lot of balance in this card, a lot of balance energy. I mean, he's even holding a set of scales. So, like the Justice card, I know the camera's blurring it, but right here. So, how do you bring things into equilibrium? That's the energy of this one, and giving and receiving from a place of abundance, from a place of gratitude and openness and sincerity. So I hope that landed. If you'd like to deep dive, if you want to get a very personalized reading, of course, these are general. You know where to find me. The link to the container that is my calendar is in the description below. It's also in the comment section. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a fabulous new moon. Set aside some time, do a little like ritual of some sort, or do a little writing exercise and see what arises. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.